to my new video. My name is Björn Friedrich, and today I want to talk a little bit about side control, because I feel side control is a very, very strong, powerful and versatile position. And I want to give you not a technique, not a combination of something. I want to give you a fundamental principle I feel a lot of people forget, which is so important to get the best out of side control. We all know when you're in side control, you need to squeeze, you need to put your weight on the guy, you need to put pressure on the guy. That's all good, but that's not the first thing you do. The first thing you do is you're creating a structure that is stopping him from movement, from moving around. So you need to control his movement, and once you're able to control his movement with your body and with your structure, then you put on the weight, you put on the pressure, you put on your body weight. So let me show you what I mean. If you are looking for awesome BJJ and MMA gear, check out our sponsor X Martial. Use the coupon code Björn Friedrich and you will get 10% off your order. So check out the link in the description box and get some great stuff. Put my head here. So, yes. So when I'm here, usually the first thing is not, oh, I squeeze him. That's not what the first thing what I do. The first thing I do is I know what he needs to do. He needs to move his hip. So if I'm here, he can move his hip. My goal is to not allow this. How I do this? Very simple. If I put my hand here and here, it's difficult. If I put my elbow here and tries to move, hard for him to move. You see? Hard for him to move just by putting the arms, even here, you can move north-south, but it's very, you just move away, Here, hard for him to stop here. So my knee blocks his head, my arm blocks his shoulder. Whenever I do something, I make sure to block his hip. How you block the hip? By 2 points. The spine as the lever, the end of the lever and the end of the lever. So instead of just squeezing someone like crazy, I'm blocking, the hip and the head. That's very difficult for him to move. He wants to move. Much harder for him than here. Here, what I need is power. I mean, I can do this here, but I need to squeeze. The squeeze prevents him from moving, but not structure. But if I'm here and here, and he wants to move, my structure is, I still could put pressure on him, but whenever I feel he's moving, instead of crushing him, the best thing is controlling him. You see, hands here, arm is here. Look at my knee, blocking his head. Look at my hand here, moving my hip down. I can put the hand here. And he wants to move, hard for him to shrimp. When I block his head here. Here, or here. Again, here. Blocking his head, blocking here, low. His hips. If he moves away, you can always, when he moves away, first thing you do, block his head, control the end of the hip, push him here, block the legs here, put your knee on top of him here, go back, block him high, keep him low. You see? Backward. It's always about preventing his movement first, and then about creating pressure. One more time. Compare that to this. If I would just be here, it's very hard just by squeezing to control him. There are times when squeezing is okay, but usually the most important thing is I want to move, I want to control his hip. And the best way to control his hip is, for example, this. Now if he wants to move, hard to move, you see? I mean, I'm not suggesting you to stay out like this, just for illustrating the point, but that's what you have to do. Instead of squeezing 1 point, and he can move around this point, because if you squeeze his upper body, he just can move his lower body. You see? But if you control the spine in that way, or the spine in that way, or in that way, you prevent him from moving around. So, before applying pressure, before applying the squeeze, focus on controlling the end of the lever, which is the head, control the end of the lever, which is the hip, spine is in the middle. If you control the end on both sides, it's very difficult for him to move his spine and to move the hips. So this is a concept, in my opinion, one of the first and most important concepts you have to do when you play side control. Once you have this down, then put pressure, then put your body weight on top of it, then put control and then kill the arms and stuff like that. But the base of everything is stop him from moving his body, because if you can't stop moving his body, Don't worry about killing his arms. You will not do it, you know. Stopping his movement first is the most important thing. And then adding other things like pressure and control positions. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, just put them in the comment box. Give us a like, subscribe our channel, check out our videos at bjjfanatics.com. And of course, visit our sponsor, X Marshall, for great MMA and BJJ gear. You get 10% off with the coupon code Björn Friedrich. I hope you like this video and see you next week.